Hey guys, what's up? This is Wes from PCJews, and today I'm going to be bringing you a bit of jungle Hecarim gameplay. Although that is not the focus of this video, I'm mostly going to be trying to talk about what you can do to carry yourself out low elo. And I'm just going to jump right in. I was stupid. My entire team was stupid, me included. Rumble was stupid. Everyone was stupid because we did not look at, no one registered with the team comp that, oh crap, they've got 4 stuns at level 1. They're going to try to invade. So we actually had our team split up. So that's the first tip. Look at your enemies' comp. If they have a good invade comp, be ready for the invade. Graves here hadn't leveled his dash. He had leveled his Q to start with, so he ended up dying there, which is the second tip. Don't level anything. Like, you notice how I still haven't leveled anything? I'm going to level my E if I need to escape. I would level my W if I just went back into farming. And since this is low elo, they make a mistake. They kill 2 people in my jungle. Jax gets 2 kills, which means that Jin Zhao is going to be countered, like, hard, all game. Jax is a good counter, everything about that. So I'm just registering this in my mind. But I recognize that even after picking up 2 kills right at the start of the game, these guys did not stay and maintain control of my jungle. And, of course, low elo players, the people on my team, they're like, oh, I want to give up. GG. Graves is like, oh, this is GG. Rumble's like, oh, this may be over. Jin Zhao is George. I'm playing with him currently. There goes Sona. So now everyone's fairly certain that we're gonna lose. But I'm telling everyone, no, just stay calm. Just keep playing. It's not GG yet. Just play the game. And I try to stop the bleeding in the top lane a little bit because Jax easily could have killed Jin Zhao in 1-1. And I'm just gonna camp his lane. Unfortunately, I was stupid and stole his CS. I wasn't thinking, but you're gonna see me just curve right back around. I know that Jax doesn't have a ward. He doesn't have great escapes unless his flash and Q is up, which of course it was. But I ping consistently for Rumble to come up into the mid lane, and sure enough, we get the kill on Jax. That's tip number 3 or 4. I think it's 3. If someone is in your jungle, or if you see someone getting caught out or running down, signal, ping like absolute hell. Don't let them escape. Don't let them escape. Like, if your mid lane can just walk up 10 steps and get a kill, that's so great. Like, that Rumble, thankfully, paid attention to the minimap. He saw Jax coming down and he ran up. So, map awareness and just pinging, like, spam ping if you have to, because catching someone out in your jungle is an almost certain way to give both the laner who gets a kill and the laner who no longer has to deal with their laner a major advantage. Now I'm just standing at bot, but nothing's going to come of this, so I just go back to farming. Jungler tip. Although it is great to gank, the jungle is still a place to be farmed. It's like a lane. You need to pick up your CS. Farm when you can. Obviously, like, that was a great opportunity. Ryze doesn't have a ward. He doesn't have great escapes. So you just take the opportunistic ganks that you get. If you have someone who doesn't have escapes, if you have a laner who snowballs like crazy like Rumble does, just try to set them up to win. And that's tip number 5. In low elo or in solo queue or duo queue, you just want to snowball one laner because this is low elo, people rage and flame and they don't know what to do, and if one lane starts losing, then everything seems to go wrong. Our bot lane turns things around. Cho'Gath on the other team has had almost no map presence, unlike me, who's ganked every lane but bot, but I still tried to gank bot. So holding that presence in lanes, like, just merely doing that is enough to win us this game. And because Jin Zhao is so behind on kills, I tell him to take this gank mid, so he and Rumble decide to, jump on Ryze and end up killing him, which is another tip. If you're behind in your lane, try to snowball other lanes. Like, that's the difference between a good laner and a great laner, is a good laner will win his lane mostly, but a great laner will win his lane and another person's lane. Like, a great top will win top and help win mid, and a great mid will win mid and help win bot, and obviously a great jungler helps everyone. So those are the keys in the low elo play. Try to snowball different lanes even if you're behind on yourself. What Jax should have done in that scenario is, as soon as he sees Jin Zhao roam bot, he should have followed him, because then he actually could have managed to turn around the fight and end up winning. But because he didn't follow, nothing happened. And unlike that, Graves saw Sona going top. He saw Sona walking towards mid, or he saw Sona walking towards mid, so he followed. And obviously he managed to turn that entire fight around. Rumble and I got people low, and Graves came and cleaned up, got a double kill, and helped himself snowball even harder. Again, this is the map awareness and map control factor. As soon as we kill someone from their bot lane, we recognize that they don't have much to challenge, so we're just going to take Dragon. Just build a gold lead. Build it, keep it, don't throw it. Just do whatever you can to keep that gold lead. and win lanes. A lot of people worry that, oh, if I leave lane, someone's just going to push to my tower and end up getting a kill, but honestly, if you're any bit good, like if you have any bit of CC and you leave your lane to go help another lane, you're going to end up winning that person's lane and making up for the loss in your lane that could happen just by you not being there. See, so Graves has now been fed by walking up to mid lane. Unfortunately, Ezreal gets checked out, but because Graves was in charge of the game and because he roamed up to mid when his Sona came, he managed to take the cleanup gold, just getting nice gold. Graves is fed. Rumble snowballs hard as hell, and he got 2 kills. One of them from the Jax. We ran Jax down towards mid, and Rumble fell up in the other one. I got Rumble a kill by ganking Jax for, or ganking Rise for him. There, I'm just kind of rubbing it in his face that he smited too early because I take his blue buff, and I recognize that Graves is doing tons of damage, so I give him part of my jungle. Normally, I'll try to take that for myself because obviously I am a hard initiate as Hecarim, but when your laners are so far ahead and when they're winning their lanes, it's best to reward them, because if you end up taking blue buff or taking red buff from a winning lane, then obviously the people who are, well, more prone to anger will start flaming, and once that happens, it's just a snowball downhill where not much good can happen. Thankfully, I had a mid this game that had no need for blue buff in Rumble. Jin Zhao is less mana dependent than Hecarim, and Graves is less mana dependent than Hecarim, so I had access to all the blues this game. And one thing I should have been doing more this game is warding. It was a mistake of me not to have wards. Thankfully, it ended up working out. All of my lanes called Mia's, and actually, if you notice chat, I call so many Mia's. Like, whenever I see a laner disappear off the minimap, I'm like, Mia, that lane. Because, honestly, it's free. Saying Nia is 100% free. It takes no time if you have it set on a macro key. It takes barely any time if you don't. Like, Mia top is like 1 second of typing. And it actually can save lives. Like, our Rumble knew every time that Jax was roaming to mid, or every time he almost roamed to mid, but decided not to. Because George in the top lane and I just called all the Mias. We have decent ward coverage right now. Obviously, it would have been nice had I been able to place more wards. It was a bit selfish of me not to, honestly. I was like, well, crap, I'm doing a lot of damage. I just want to keep building. Like, I want to build. I want to get my next item. Tip number 6, and this is the biggest thing. If you take anything away from this video, I want you to take this. After you win your lane, and you've pushed your lane, push every single lane. Like, if you are top and you win top, go mid, push mid, get mid tower. If you are mid and you win lane, go bot, push bot with them. If you're a bot and you win lane, just go maintain complete control of dragon. Give your team the entire advantage in that. Go get your support to ward their blue. Get your, if you're on purple side, get your support to ward their red. Just hold map control. Like, if you win your lane, hold map control. That's what wins you games in low elo. Like, no one seems to do this. That's what separates a good player from a great player. Like, if I'm the once in a blue moon that I lane top, I make sure that, like, if I win lane, god damn it, I am going mid. Like, I am snowballing that mid laner too. I want both of us to win, because if there are two people who are just flat out winning, it is hard for the enemy team to overcome. It is very, very hard for the enemy team to overcome. Let's see, there may be another tip coming up later, but I need to see it in the video so you can actually get an example of it. Split pushing. A lot of people get in the habit, especially top laners, they're notorious about split pushing and refusing to stop. Like, if a top laner's like, oh, I won my lane, awesome. Too bad every other lane is losing. I just better push my place straight to inhib and win the game for us one-on-one, but that never happens. Like, a top laner, George had this bad habit before I forced him to break it. I was like, listen, I'm never playing with you again unless you don't start coming mid when I ask you to. So, sure enough, he started doing it, but basically, the top laner will be like, alright, I won my lane, I'm just going to push, I'm just going to keep pushing, and we're going to force them to deal with me. But, I mean, you're not going to win a 2v1, like, no matter how far you are ahead. If the jungler decides to stop you from pushing top, and your top laner is there, you're not going to push top. And your lanes, like your other lanes, are going to continue losing. Like, if you're a winning top laner with a losing bot lane, I don't care how hard you're winning. If you are destroying top and getting so many turrets, your bot lane is still losing, and they're still feeding. Like, that's just how it works out. You have to move. You have to roam with your laner. You even have to roam without your laner. There's no way of escaping the fact that in low elo, roaming wins games. Like, going and snowballing other lanes is the best thing to win a game. At this point, the game is practically over. We've pushed a lot of turrets. We have full control. I'm going tankier now because I want a front line. I want a good front line to win games. Graves is carrying, Rumble is carrying, so I just want to be like, okay, well, I'm just going to protect these guys. So I go Rondoin so I can slow down their AD carry, I can slow down their Jin Zhao, all that good stuff. Map awareness is key. I noticed that Graves was chasing after, or I noticed that Jin Zhao and Graves were chasing after people in the bot lane. So I run in front and I block Ezreal and Cho'Gath and Taric off, and we end up picking off Ezreal. And Jax and Taric escape, but it's like whatever, I got blessed this game by playing with a bad enemy team, but the entire game I was hoping to God that Jax would not roam, because that Jax, he was so bad. I think Jax was 4-0 at 15 minutes, I believe, and he was out farming Jin Zhao. He was pushing minions to tower. He wasn't taking tower, but he was pushing minions to tower. And the thing is, he never left his lane. He did the same mistake that every single top laner at low elo makes. He decided, well, I'm winning lane so hard, I just get to stay here. I don't even have to buy health potions. I don't have to ward. I'm just gonna escape and win and push my lane and just freaking dominate. But meanwhile, bot lane's losing. Meanwhile, mid lane's losing. Hecarim, I'm the jungler. I'm roaming everywhere. I'm helping every single lane. Their Cho'Gath is behind because I've been taking a few blue buffs. Their jungler is behind also because our laners have been warding and he hasn't been able to get successful ganks. So Jax is like, alright, well, these laners suck. I better freaking win my lane harder, which it doesn't work. That's not what wins games. Teamwork wins games. Roaming wins games. Pushing every single turret in the game will win you a game. Pushing top lane all the way into inhibitor is really, really nice. It's a nice asset to have, and if you have a top laner who can do that, you're blessed. But I would much rather have 2 turrets down in each lane than 3 turrets down in one lane. And it's easily possible to get to there if you just send your laners to roam after they win. Like, that's all it takes. Even if your laner is losing, he can still roam. The game is coming to an end here. Sona is actually building... I think Sona built a bit of AD at the end because AD Sona's hyper carry, apparently. And game's winding down. This Jax is blaming his teammates. He's pissed as anything because, you know, he actually had a good game. He's losing. He's like, this is why you love hell is a thing. In the lobby, he's talking smack. But honestly, he was a good laner, but he wasn't great. He won his lane. He got a hard counter. He had everything going for him, but he still couldn't win a single other lane because he didn't even try. And that was the biggest difference in this game. Bot lane ended up turning it around well. Mid lane, I ended up snowballing Rumble. I ended up helping top enough to where we didn't lose top lane hard enough to lose the game. Like, although Jax was way ahead throughout most of the game, Jin Zhao ended up being a lot more useful in team fights, and he ended up getting fine CS, and he actually got his tower before Jax got Jin Zhao's. So, you know, like, there was absolutely nothing that Jax could have done at that point because his top laner had free roam control. That's all, guys. Thanks for watching. If you want more guide videos like this, please leave it a thumbs up. I can't talk because I'm an idiot. I would love to do more specific champion guides. I've been playing Hecarim a lot now. He's probably going to get nerfed because honestly he's just so good. I've been practicing a little bit. She's going to get nerfed. Jin Zhao just got nerfed. So basically everyone that I've liked playing is getting nerfed. Amumu got nerfed. Jesus Christ. But I would still love to make guide videos for you guys. Right now I am Bronze 2. I am Bronze 2. So this is a guide aimed towards lower elo people. However, I'm on a 16 game ranked win streak right now, and 14 of these games are Hecarim, 2 of them are Kha'Zix, and 1 of them is Taric. So I've figured out some strategies to help me win. I hope you guys trust me and, you know, take this opportunity. Just remember those 5 or 6 tips. I could have lost count and said 6 when they're 5 or 5 when they're 6. But anyways, thanks for watching. Other videos have been playing this time. If you want to go click on those. If not, that's cool too, but it'd be cool. And I'll see you next video.